after that last episode, we gotta get straight down to business right now. No time for an intro because we have to turn our season around ASAP, because if we don't, we're gonna end up on the bottom of the NBA yet again, this time without a first round draft pick. So if you guys don't know, or if you have been living under a rock, we are 4-13 for the NBA season so far. We are on an 11 game losing streak, and we are yet to win a single game at home. And this is with a roster with D'Angelo Russell, Bradley Beal on it. Bro, that is unacceptable. We need to get ourselves a W right now, bro. Like, right this instant. But before our next scheduled game, Gary Harris somehow got injured during our simulation in the last episode. If you guys missed that, you could go ahead and check it out. If I were you, I wouldn't check it out though. Just take my word for it. It was a very bad episode. And Gary Harris got injured during the simulation, hyperextended knee. That is not good. So we have to wait a few days before we're able to trade him again, which really sucks because I want to trade him to start this episode. But now that he's injured, I can't do that. So without further ado, it's time for our game against the Boston Celtics. Kemba Walker returning back to Charlotte to face off against his old team once again. Looking at the starting lineups, same starting lineup as before. D'Angelo Russell, Bradley Beal, Miles Bridges, Noah Vonleh, Willie Hernangomez. And for the Boston Celtics, who really cares? All they really got is Kemba Walker and Marcus Smart. Those are the only two players I really expect to go off. I can be wrong. Hopefully I'm not, because we really need this W, bro. So getting into the game, on the first possession, D'Angelo Russell misses the shot, but Noah Vonleh right there with the rebound, the putback, jam. And in the first quarter, it was all D'Angelo Russell. Listen, in the first quarter, it's always the D'Lo show, bro. It's literally always the D'Angelo Russell show. And of course, Bradley Beal has to get his points as well. He's doing his thing. And in the first half, the game was just going back and forth. Shot clock winding down. I had to launch a three, but Miles Leonard right there with the rebound and the putback. One thing I really like about this squad is that we are very good, first off, running the pick and roll. And Miles Leonard and Willie Hernangomez be grabbing all of the rebounds, bro. Like, they are really some good rebounders. But, like I said, game was going back and forth. But, of course, to end the second quarter, D'Lo knocks down the contested shot at the buzzer to give us a little bit of breathing space heading into the second half. And to start the second half, I thought we were going to run away with this lead. We had an 8-point lead. Not anymore. Marcus Smart took it all the way to the basket, laying it up and in. And then all of a sudden, here comes the Boston Celtics. Here comes Kemba Walker knocking down shots. Of course, D'Lo had to match him, because whatever you could do, I could do better. Come on, look at this defense that we're playing on Kemba Walker. D'Lo and Kemba started getting into it, bro. D'Lo really wants this losing streak to end, and he was not playing around. Look at this. He took it all the way to the basket and won. That's what I want to see. We have to end this losing streak, but Kemba Walker does not want it to happen. Pulling up for three, knocking it down. The next thing you know, they were going back and forth as D'Lo took it all the way to the basket, laying it up and in. Then wait for it. Kemba Walker was like, bro, anything you could do, I could do better. Pulls up, knocks down the three. Where was the defense? D'Lo, you can't sag off of Kemba, especially the way that he's playing. And for the rest of the third quarter, Kemba Walker was balling out, bro. Like, he was not missing. Look at this. The dude is taking it to the basket, pulling up. He could not miss. So now here we are in the fourth quarter. All we gotta do is keep the lead, as PJ Washington had a baby on him. But then guess what? The Boston Celtics start scoring efficiently too, as they get to the corner. Marcus Smart knocking down a clutch three-point. I thought they were going to pull away, but my team did not want that to happen. They wanted to end this losing streak as much as I did. Miles Bridges taking it all the way to the basket, throwing down the jam. Same thing for Bradley Beal. Jam. But then, here's where things got interesting. D'Lo took it all the way to the basket, laying it up and in. We took a 2-point lead. We have all the momentum right now, and then look at this. D'Lo with the beautiful steal, getting the ball up ahead. Nice ball movement, nice find, as Miles Bridges takes it all the way to the basket, throwing down the beautiful jam. That's exactly how you end a losing streak, bro. But is the game over? Nope, game is far from over. We have a chance to take a 4-point lead, kicking it out. Bradley Beal for three, and he could not get the shot to go. So it's a 2-point game. Whatever we do, we cannot give up a 3-pointer. Excellent defense by Miles Bridges. That's the type of defense that I want to see. But now here we are, bro. Game on the line. We have a 2-point lead. I got my best defenders out there. Whatever we do, no three-pointers. Kemba for the lead. Cannot get the shot to go. They get the offensive rebound, kicking it out again. Kemba Walker, another good look at a three. He cannot score. They throw it up for OT. And ladies and gentlemen, they had 3 opportunities to score, but they could not do it. We beat Kemba Walker, and we ended an 11-game losing streak. I feel so much better after that game, bro. Way better. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you end a losing streak. Not really in convincing fashion, but hey, a W is a W. But nonetheless, Kemba Walker balled out for the Boston Celtics, as you would expect, him and Marcus Smart. But now looking at the box score for our squad, D'Lo and Bradley Beal, perfect combo, bro. They are really the perfect combo. So a few days later, after our W against the Boston Celtics, after we ended our losing streak, I go to our roster, and Gary Harris still has not fully healed from his injury, meaning I can't trade him, meaning we gotta waste some more time. And what better way to waste time than playing another game? I'm gonna be facing off against the Portland Trail Blazers with a chance to put my Charlotte Hornets team on a 2-game winning streak. Let's win this game. Let's win 2 games in a row, bro. Why not? So looking at the starting 5 for the Blazers, they got Damian Lillard, CJ, Nicholas Batum, who we traded to the Portland Trail Blazers, Charles Reeves, and Amari Spellman. This should definitely be an easy W. I'm just saying. All we gotta do is lock down CJ and Damian Lillard, run them off the 3-point line, and we're gonna be fine. And fine we were, especially in the first quarter. You guys know D'Lo always puts on the show in the first quarter as soon as the game starts. Like, look at this. He's taking it all the way to the basket on like every single possession. He was doing his thing. Willie Hernangomez had to take over, but I found Noah Vonleh inside for the easy jam. Willie Hernangomez is low-key a beast, bro. I really don't want to get rid of him. As you can see, he got that beautiful block on that last possession, and then Bradley Beal took it all the way to the basket. And then we get to the second quarter, and surprisingly, my second unit came to play. It is about time, bro. Look at this. Jerrion Grant wide open for 3. Rattles it in. He got that to go. We got a pretty good lead. Miles Leonard had the baby on him. That's too easy. That's really easy, bro. Now, fast forward to the third quarter. Fast forward to the second half. I thought the Blazers were going to go on a run, but apparently they did not have it in them. Bradley Beal actually put our team on a run as he took it all the way to the basket on that possession. And then look at this. He got wide open on the fast break, knocking down the open jump shot. I would have rather him took it all the way to the basket and laid it up in it. But hey, I will gladly take those 2 points. You see him right there pulling up. And then right off the missed free throw, in transition, he zoomed it all the way to the basket, throwing down the beautiful GGG jam. So now we find ourselves in the fourth quarter with a nice lead. All we gotta do is hold on to the lead. And you know, for the Charlotte Hornets team, that is very hard to do. It's no easy task at all. But then PJ Washington started turning up. I was like, okay, bro, I see you. Every time he has the mismatch, he just took it down low and babied them, bro. Look at this. Alley-oop to PJ. The dude just started beasting in the fourth quarter. I gotta say, I'm really, really proud of PJ Washington. If he could keep that up, he's definitely going to stay in the rotation. Right now, he's not exactly in the rotation. I only have him there when players get tired. But nonetheless, we get the W against the Portland Trail Blazers. All you need to know when it comes to the box score is that Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, they were the leading scorers for the Blazers, and D'Lo and Bradley Beal were the leading scorers for our squad. It was literally a 2v2 out there. D'Lo and Bradley Beal against CJ and Dame. That was literally the entire game. So after those 2 games against the Blazers and the Boston Celtics, guess what? Gary Harris has finally healed from his injury, meaning he could be traded, meaning we're about to get rid of him. But then it kind of dawned on me, right, that I tried trading Gary Harris at the beginning of the season, and there wasn't a lot of trade offers because a lot of players in the league recently signed with their respective teams. So there's a lot of recently signed players that we won't be able to trade for, and there's a lot of players on our squad that are recently signed as well. So I decided, instead of trading Gary Harris right now, I'm gonna have to roll the dice on this one. I'm gonna have to take a real chance and simulate to December 15th, which is the day that we will be able to trade for a lot more players in the league. So I'm gonna shoot my shot and see exactly what happens after December 15th when we're able to trade a lot more players. Who knows, I could include somebody like Torrey Craig in a package deal with Gary Harris for, I have no idea, but you guys get what I'm saying. I could use more people as trade bait to get who I want. The only problem I have with simulating to December 15th is that it's 2 weeks away and anything could happen. I mean, Gary Harris could break his back and have a season-ending injury, and then I would not be able to trade him. We could lose every single game within these next 2 weeks and go on another losing streak. Like, I don't know what could happen, bro. But I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed and take this chance. I really have to.
A few moments later.
Okay, so during the simulation, we went on another losing streak, but guess what? We followed that up by winning 2 games in a row. We beat the Miami Heat. I did simulate that game, but I did play our game against the Atlanta Hawks because the Hawks is an easy team. That's an easy W, so I had to play through that game. And of course, from start to finish, it was a wire-to-wire victory. Easy W for us. 2 games in a row that we won. Then on top of that, also during the simulation, I got myself another skill point, and I decided to use that skill point on the hometown discount skill, which basically means that free agents would have a higher interest in my squad, and as a result, they're going to sign for less. Perfect skill. So it took us a while, but now it's finally time to trade Gary Harris. The first thing I did was open up Trade Finder. And going through the Trade Finder, I honestly did not see no deal that really sparked my interest. I mean, Bogdan, that seems like a pretty interesting deal, but then I don't want Will Barton on the squad as well. We're gonna have too many small forwards. That's not what I need right now. But then the Sixers are willing to give me Al Horford, and the Portland Trailblazers are willing to give me back Nicholas Batum, right? And I realized that although these trade offers are a little bit underwhelming, I could use one of these trade offers to potentially get who I want. And here's what I mean. Like the Nicholas Batum trade, they're willing to give me Nicholas Batum in a future first rounder. What if I made that trade, but instead of me getting Nicholas Batum in that first rounder, I send it to another team and get a player that I want? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm thinking about a 3-team trade. And of course, the first person that I thought about was DeMar DeRozan. I really want him on the squad. So I tried to strike up a 3-team trade where the San Antonio Spurs would get Nicholas Batum, a future first rounder, a future second rounder from me, and a trade exception, but they did not want any of it. The Spurs are really being stingy. They do not want to let go of DeMar DeRozan for nothing, bro. And I feel like this will be a pretty good trade for all teams involved if I could just get DeMar DeRozan. Give me DeMar. So since we can't get DeMar DeRozan, even with a 3-team trade, I had another idea. What about going after a big man? What about going after a big man on a 1-year deal? What about going after a big man that's a good rebounder and that could also score the ball? What about going for a big man that is less than 30 years old and is not as old as DeMar DeRozan, who's 31 right now, on a 4-year deal? Well, I was searching and searching and searching, and ladies and gentlemen, I think I found who I want. And that person is none other than my son, Steven Adams. The dude is he is a rebounding beast. Look at those stats. His rebounding stats are off the chain. Then on top of that, he could also score the ball. He's been doing it all for Oklahoma City. He's an 82 overall. He's healthy most of the time. So I'm like, bro, I have to add him to this deal. Let's see if we could get our hands on Steven Adams. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to make a deal. Gary Harris, Myers Leonard, 2 second rounders would go to the Portland Trailblazers. We are going to be getting Steven Adams, and the Oklahoma City Thunder, they're going to get Nicholas Batum, a future first rounder, and Luka Bamute. I went ahead and offered this trade, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The Blazers and OKC have agreed to my trade offer. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our big man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Charlotte Hornets, Steven Adams. Let's go. And also, because we did give up 3 players and we only got 1 back, I decided to sign Justin Anderson because we needed an extra player on the roster and we needed another small forward. So Justin Anderson would do us just fine. He could knock down the 3 ball, and on top of that, his defense rating is a B-. So that's pretty lit. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we should definitely be able to make a playoff push with Steven Adams on our squad. Hopefully no injuries happen to our squad and we will be fine. I promise you guys, we definitely have the tools and pieces to make a playoff push. And on top of that, next season or at the end of this season, we are going to have $56 million in free cap space. And to make things even better, we're going to have bird years on the contracts of Bradley Beal, Steven Adams, Malik Monk, Miles Bridges. So we're still going to be able to re-sign them if we want to. And the best part about re-signing them is that we will be able to go over the salary cap, meaning we could use our salary cap room to first sign a max free agent, and then on top of that, re-sign the players that we have on our squad now, like a Bradley Beal, Malik Monk, Miles Bridges, etc., etc. Steven Adams too. He has bird years on his contract, so that is lit. We are in a lit financial situation right now, bro. So at the end of this episode, we bounced back. We ended our losing streak. We acquired Steven Adams via trade. He's an 82 overall to pair with Bradley Beal and D'Angelo Russell. That is pretty lit. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think, because I feel this trade is definitely going to help us in the long run, especially when we get to the playoffs. And when we, well, not when we get to the playoffs, that made no sense. Especially when we get to the end of the season, we are definitely going to be lit. And in the playoffs as well, because we're definitely about to go on a mean winning streak and make it to the playoffs. I promise you guys that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys leave your comment. And also, if you missed the last episode, you guys already know the drill. The box is right there waiting to be clicked. Go ahead and click that box to get all caught up, because we are definitely going to be lit on this series now that we got Steven Adams. Trust me when I say that. Thank you guys once again for watching. This is the Prince of YouTube signing out. See you in the next episode.